Bitcoin just crosses 99,000.
That's
right
crazy.
now at the time of recording.
That's crazy.
But we're gonna watch Bitcoin cross 100K on this episode.
By the end of this episode.
We are $1,000 away. That is nuts.
Bankless Nation, for the third week in a row, this is an all-time high week on the Bankless Weekly Rollup. We got a Bitcoin all-time high. We've got a crypto market cap all-time high. We might, David, I'm not sure. We might have a Solana all-time high as well.
On the episode,
yeah, on the episode. So that'll be here. But that's not all. I feel like there was a clip that went around this week that pretty much summarizes this cycle for me.
The current moment, the current
feelings.
zeitgeist, very much. Yes. Yeah.
Should you just play this?
Yeah, let's play this. There's some context that needs to be said. Pump.fun, the place that majority of all meme coins spawn from, has a streaming feature. There's like streaming embedded in Pump.fun.
On Pump.fun, there's streaming? I didn't realize that. I thought this was like Twitch or something.
Right.
Okay.
And so like the devs or the creators of the tokens, people can stream. And so what we are about to watch is a kid, a 10-year-old, middle school,
12,
who launched a token, and he's about to rug everyone in his token. And so let's go watch this kid rug everyone.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, what?
He said, wait,
Wait,
what?
I'm so confused.
What? Oh, yo, it's nuked. Why is it nuked?
No way.
Oh.
Holy holy
You full clip.
holy thanks for the 20 bandos.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, 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 what the what the nah, bro.
Okay, what did we just watch? What is this? What is happening here?
Dude, the double middle fingers with it, thanks for the 20 bandos, is absolutely iconic.
Okay, wait. So he made what? Like he made like $30,000.
He made $30,000. This kid, I don't know how much. Actually, I don't even know where'd this kid get money, because you can't open up a crypto exchange unless you're like 18. I'm assuming. So somehow he got Sol.
Sure.
He's in the trenches, right? It doesn't take much to, start a coin. I'm assuming he started this coin. He's been in the trenches. He knows the game. He's been playing around. He finally got some attention on one of the tokens that he launched. He got it up to, what was it? Over $1 million in market cap. And then he dumped all of his tokens collectively. Like he
while live streaming.
He did what I've learned what an FSH is, Ryan, and I can't say it on. I'm not gonna say it, but he did an FSH, which nuked the price, and then he went from like $1 million down to like $200,000, just like rugged everyone. But that's part of the game. That's what the trenches do. But that's not the end of this story. Just this kid, this middle schooler kid, flipping off the camera saying, "Thanks for the 20 bandos," which is $20,000. Yeah, so I guess I mean $20,000. It's just so iconic. He made himself into a meme, and all of the people who got rugged by this guy decided to enter a revenge arc. Use this clip this very iconic clip. Made it go viral on Twitter, drawing so much attention to the token that the token went from, after dumping, went from
after he dumped it. So
after
this kid
he dumped
no longer owns it. Okay.
No longer owns it. He dumped it at $1 million, went down to like $200,000 market cap, went up to $50 million, where the kid would have had like, he's starting to approach like $1 million. This middle school kid would have had $1 million. And so, missed out on those gains. However, those gains never would have happened had, he hadn't made this iconic moment. But it doesn't stop there. They dox the hell out of the kid. Like they figure out his family. They find his mom's Instagram.
That's not cool. It's not cool.
Okay. But they're like, yo. So the token was called Gen Z Quant. And so then they made meme coins out of the entire family. And so there's mom Quant and dad Quant and sister Quant, and they all have tokens. And now they're in the mom's Instagrams being like, yo, your son like rugged us. Like your son stole our money.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
That ends kind of in a dark way.
Yeah.
I thought this was a fun sort of
it was fun,
coming
but,
of age story.
When you enter the armpit of the internet, like, at your own risk.
All right, so the way I experienced this was just like watching that clip and watching this kid dual fist middle fingers and like seeing this meme across like, and it felt like this kid, this image basically summarizes this cycle for me and summarized the week, particularly for like ETH holders. Like if you are like looking at the shenanigans going on and you're an ETH holder and you're like, ETH is not moving at all. Bitcoin's going up. Solana is like close to all-time highs. And then you have Ether and you see this meme coin, like, you know, $30,000.
This activity
pump and dump.
is like why Solana is at the epicenter of crypto right now.
I felt those middle fingers like right in my face. So, all right, there we go. That's the weekly roll-up. But it's all-time high week. We got a lot more to talk about, including Bitcoin is on an absolute tear. Why is the question? Because like it has been lately. Maybe it's because MicroStrategy just made its biggest Bitcoin buy yet. And I got a question for you, David. We talk about MicroStrategy. Is Michael Saylor the new main character of this cycle? I hope not, because that comes with some implications. Also, some options on spot Bitcoin ETFs that happened this week, so maybe that's the price pump, or maybe all this is just manifest destiny. I mean, the Bitcoiners told us so, didn't they, David?
Everything that the Bitcoiners have said is slowly becoming true. Not just that, Trump is considering hiring a crypto czar for the White House. There's not that many names of who it could be. So we've got some information for you on that. And then also the Treasury and also the SEC, of which we got a letter of resignation from Gary Gensler to Twitter today, right before recording. Gary Gensler is officially going to resign on January 20th. So there's some open positions coming up in the White House. Who is Donald Trump going to fill those positions with? A lot of who these positions are really matters for the future of crypto. So we're going to get to all of that and more, but first, a message from our friends and sponsors over at Legion, because now that we have made crypto great again, we want to bring back MiCA compliant public sales. And that is what Legion is trying to bring you so we can get out of this airdrop farming, high FTV, low float meta. We want to bring.
So we're going from meme coins to MiCA compliant here, okay? This is very much
we are trying to do
suit and tie back on.
We're trying to do above board ICOs. We're trying public sales are dope. They are highly aligned. They are the right way to get tokens into people's hands. People put up capital for risk. They get a bunch of tokens early. Everyone's happy.
Opposite of the Quant kid.
Opposite of the Quant kid, yeah. If you can do that, you can go get your Legion score, which is like a merit-based score based on your public influence, your developer reputation, also your developer score from your GitHub, as well as your on-chain activity. So are you a merit-based investor? Do you want to be getting into early for some awesome ICOs? Go to bankless.cc/Legion and get your Legion score now.
Gary Gensler wouldn't like that, maybe, but he doesn't get to decide.
His opinion just matters less and less these days, and it'll matter 0 on the 20th.
Let's look at the opinion of the market right now on the Bitcoin price, and that opinion is Bitcoin deserves all-time high. That's what the market is telling us. So give us the official report. What's the official number on the week? Oh my God! Are we almost 100K?
We are almost 100K. We are every single hour for the past 20 hours has been an all-time high for Bitcoin. We are currently at the time of recording, 98,172, which is a current all-time high. Bitcoin up 10% on the week.
10%?
10% on the week, which is every time Bitcoin goes up 10%, it gets harder to go up 10%.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like that.
It
is
doesn't.
a top 7 asset. It is flipped gold last week, flipped the big Saudi oil company this week. Bitcoin just absolutely steamrolling to 100K. I wouldn't be surprised by the time we release this episode tomorrow, we're above 100K.
Look at this. Look at this, David. There's
Saudi America.
Okay, so there's only 6 other assets that are larger in terms of so Bitcoin is at almost $2 trillion, 1.94 trillion.
It is close to flipping Google. It is 1 or 2% away from flipping Google.
So it would be Google, then Amazon. It's basically the big tech companies, Microsoft, Apple,
It
NVIDIA.
is very close to flipping both Amazon and Google.
And then it's gold after that final boss. That'll take some time because that's
we have Microsoft,
trillion.
Apple, and NVIDIA.
Yeah. But after
that,
that, after the big tech companies, after the new fangs, you just got gold.
Making some progress.
Oh my God. Okay. And maybe the reason for the 10% on the week is this man right here, Michael Saylor. So he just announced, MicroStrategy bought, actually, not an announcement, another 51,000 Bitcoin. So that's $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin. Okay.
Unreal.
Yeah. So he is buying. They've grown their holdings at MicroStrategy to over 330,000 Bitcoin. This one right here.
So much Bitcoin.
Well, this one was the largest buy ever. So that was a 16% of all Bitcoin held by the company was just purchased last week. And I don't know if you've seen MicroStrategy stock. You ever go to like Wall Street Bets these days, like r/Wall Street Bets?
It is. I think it has done something like a 30x in the last like quarter.
600%. 600% to date is the number for MicroStrategy, the stock, and like it's on the back of this, and it's trading at a premium, I believe, to book value. I haven't looked in depth at MicroStrategy stock, but like
it's like 2.5x NAV. So if you consider MicroStrategy like a trust of Bitcoin, when you buy a share of MicroStrategy, you're paying like $2.50 for $1 of Bitcoin.
Okay, so some people are saying that Michael Saylor is like the main character. He's become the main character, and I can totally see it.
We're seeing a lot of patterns to the GBTC trade that wound up the bull market last cycle.
I
where there was a premium to NAV. Yeah. And so, and rather than allowing everyone to take advantage of the premium to NAV of the Grayscale GBTC, only Michael Saylor gets to take advantage of that. But nonetheless, he's floating the entire market.
That's fine. Everyone knows that exists. Like, what's the like? So anyway, the main character type of syndrome is every cycle we get a bunch of main characters, and generally a number of them fly too close to the sun, and they blow things up and they screw up the party for everyone. So like last cycle was SBF and Do Kwon and Alex Mashinsky and that whole tribe. Some people are saying, Michael Saylor's getting to main character status in crypto, but it feels to me like his business is like super safe. Like it just feels much different. It's just a bet on Bitcoin, and everything you just said, that trade in the premium to NAV, I don't know. That's the market doing what it wants to do. That's like the assets are there. As long as Michael Saylor sells the assets, he's not doing an SBF type thing. It's a publicly traded company, audited financial statements. I don't see how this could. Well, you tell me. Do you think this could blow up?
I can't. Hell if I know. I'm sure Michael Saylor understands his business more than I do. It's just it just feels weird, man. Like
feels weird.
Another week, Michael Saylor finds $5 billion to buy Bitcoin with.
Like, where's he getting all this?
Just feels weird.
I'm sure it's fine. Not just Michael Saylor running the MicroStrategy play. Name some companies, David. There's like a whole bunch of companies this week that purchased more Bitcoin doing the MicroStrategy play. Who are they?
Semler Scientific raised $21 million to acquire 215 Bitcoins. Not that, only $20 million, but it's like a healthcare software company.
Really?
And it was introduced by MicroStrategy to Bitcoin. And so it's this much smaller company who has been orange pilled by Michael Saylor to start buying a bunch of Bitcoin. Marathon Digital, which is a Bitcoin miner, offers $700 million in convertible notes to acquire Bitcoin. It's not unusual for miners to buy Bitcoin. They're Bitcoin bulls, and historically, miners are known to be very good traders. Because miners have just information and a lot more at stake in the Bitcoin market. Metaplanet, a Japanese company, issued 1.57 billion yen in debt to buy more Bitcoin. That's 11 million, annual interest rate of 3.6%. So nothing. So when there's low fiat interest rates and people can borrow interest rates for 3.6% and go buy Bitcoin with it, this is the low interest rate kind of phenomenon. And so other companies are doing the Saylor strategy.
Yeah, there's a whole list of them. If you ever want to see that list, by the way, bitcointreasuries.net is a great website where you basically see all the companies with their treasuries buying Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin community does a fantastic job, let me tell you, as part of kind of the money cult of broadcasting these wins and propagating it and encouraging more. So your number one role as a Bitcoiner is to go convince your friends to also buy Bitcoin and become like Bitcoiners too. And that seems to be what Michael Saylor is doing. It wasn't just that,
Michael Saylor is up 2x on his Bitcoin. So he has put in $16 billion and his Bitcoin is worth $32 billion.
Yeah, I was going to say like the MicroStrategy average purchase price is something like $50K. I was reading something around that. So
it's not low, but
it's not low. It feels like low. He acts like he bought Bitcoin at like $100. You know, the way he's so evangelistic about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's a good trade over there. And speaking of good trades, options on spot Bitcoin ETFs also launched this week. So this was something that recently got approved, and they were crushing in terms of volume. So just a reminder, if you're not, like in the TradFi world, what is an option? A call option gives buyers the right but not the obligation to buy an asset at a specified price within a specific period. Now these are available for the IBIT Bitcoin ETF. So it just injects even more liquidity in the market, makes it even more possible to like buy the IBIT Bitcoin ETF in size. And that seems to be exactly what institutions are doing.
Yeah, options are kind of considered like leverage. It's like a leverage tool. You can very cheaply get exposure to very high price Bitcoin. And then if Bitcoin goes up to that price, you win. All right, Ryan, you ready to move on to Ether? And want to talk about the fantastic week that Ether's had?
Yeah, I'm sure it's going great.
All the amazing things that are happening.
Let's check in on little brother here.
All right, so Ether started the week at $3,150.
Yes.
Up 6%.
Okay.
To $3,350.
Okay.
3,350.
I'm trying to be happy about this.
If you add Bitcoin and Ether together, if you have one Bitcoin and one Ether, you get $100,000.
So if I own one Bitcoin and one Ether,
if you own one Bitcoin and one Ether, you have $100,000. Combined might of these two assets, you get $100,000.
Okay, so if I have one Bitcoin, one ETH, am I over allocated or under allocated on Ether, David? Answer me that question.
I know my answer. I'll let the listener decide on that one.
We got to ask the Quant kid these questions. All right, so not so great, but like 6%, at least.
Honestly, 6% in a week is great. It's just like
people are coping. Like the reason David and I are coping about this is because it's down so bad. Look at this. You want to see the ratio?
I've never seen Ether underperform so hard before.
So hard in a bull market, right? Like look at the ratio here. We almost So do you know there is an UDI death of ETH party if the ratio goes under 0.03?
Yeah.
If it hits 0.03. And I said I'm attending. I don't know if you're attending this one, but like I need to attend.
I think I have Udi blocked, so I don't know if this is
unblock him for the death of ETH party, because if we go there,
because he deserves that.
Yeah, he deserves that. So it's like we didn't quite hit there, but we got as low as like what 0.032.
We got down to 0.032, and then as of this morning, we're back up to 0.034. But just like the trend of ETH BTC is unbroken. Like,
my god,
very, very, very. In fact, it seems to be accelerating.
Yeah,
but accelerating is what you'd expect to happen towards the end, like it accelerates downwards. It's when
it's the beginning of the end, right?
When Ether is at 0.03 Bitcoin, when it moves any amount, that's moving twice as much relative to Bitcoin as it is at 0.06, for example. And so like a move from 0.03 down to like 0.029 is equivalent to a move from like 0.06 to 0.058.
Right? Ether has not shown strength this cycle at all. So I feel like we're entering very much the second half of the bull cycle. And this is Ether's time to shine. It's like, it's now or never, little ETH. You gotta bring it.
To be a part of this current cycle.
If you want to be part of this cycle.
If you want to be in the game,
you want to be in the game.
ETH has so far not been in the game. It's still asleep. Forgot the game is happening.
Am I stupid? I'm still bullish. Am I stupid? I might be stupid. I'm feeling kind of dumb right now.
The way that I summarize this is like Ethereum is like the longest of time horizons, and there's like a big old middle game going on.
Yeah.
That like we're still researching like cryptography and doing like the long-term game, and meanwhile we have like 10-year-olds, flipping you off on pump.fun.
Let's look at it again.
And
look at it again. This is it.
There's no 10-year-olds flipping anyone off on Ethereum right now.
Yeah. When I look at the ratio and the ETH SOL ratio, I see this kid. This kid is staring right at the face. The Ethereum ETF flows didn't go negative last week. Okay,
we're still positive.
We're still in the black. We're still positive. I think today's going to be actually a good day since
that's right.
Today we've been up like 6-7% just on the day, so that's looking good. Okay, let's get to total crypto market cap, because that is hitting all-time highs as well. What are we on the week?
Coming in at $3.4 trillion, the last crypto market cap all-time high set in late 2021, November 2021, was like 3.2 trillion. We got 3.4 trillion. Can we get to $4 trillion by December? That's asking for a lot. That's asking for that $600 billion in 5 weeks. It's within reason, but that means that we're getting very frothy. We probably want to slow down.
It was funny.
But man, we are moving quickly with the all-time, with the total market cap.
Every time we hit all-time high, David, you're asking for another like half a trillion.
Half a trillion?
Half a trillion. Because like last time we were at all-time high, you were like, you know what? If we get to 3.5 trillion by the end of the year, that's like and then you've just raised it. You just raised the bar yet again.
Well, I think the last time, or maybe just 2 weeks ago, I was talking about this. Is like, 3 trillion can come real fast, and we were at like 2.5, and 3 trillion came really fast. We are at 3.4 right now. Things are moving quickly.
Things are moving.
When
quickly.
Bitcoin goes up 10%, it's Bitcoin
almost
dominant.
It's almost half a trillion.
It's almost $500 billion. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. And Sol price, it's almost at all-time high as well.
Kissing all-time high. It is not at all-time high. The all-time high for Solana, $259.96 set on November 6th, 2021. We are currently clocking in at $258.28. So about $1 away from all-time high.
Look at that.
You got to give a shout out to anyone who bought Solana in 2021.
Well done.
Did not sell it in 2022 and 2023 and is still holding that same Solana. If you bought Solana at all in 2020, 2021, or 2022, and you still have that Solana, congratulations.
You did a great job.
You did great.
You played it well. Better than David and I on the
ETH. That's right. There were a number. There were, I think, 2 explicit weekly rollups in 2022 and maybe also 2023 where you and I were like, yeah, that's probably gonna pump.
Yeah,
I remember saying this.
Yeah, no. We can collect that little bit of clout. Now we didn't do anything about it.
I did not. No, I bought like $200 or $300.
You did. You bottom ticked. Yeah.
I bought the bottom tick of Sol with like the tiniest little buy. It was like $200 or $300.
Oh man. Yeah. So congrats to all the conviction players there. We'll see what it does for the rest of the cycle. Again, second half of the bull market. This is Travis Kling though, making the observation that funny enough, some people are not euphoric right now. I've seen a number of tweets on my timeline saying this, like Bitcoin is almost 100K. Why is there not more euphoria in the crypto space? I don't know if that's just a vibe or you feeling that?
I think there's definitely some euphoria going on. I don't know if you've seen some meme coins, which we're going to talk about. Actually, can I just show you some of the euphoria?
Yeah, show me.
Can we talk about some
movers
of the week?
Okay, because I'm not feeling the euphoria as an
because you haven't bought
any
meme coins.
I got no euphoria. I'm just like
no meme coins.
Yeah. Okay.
So what? Okay. So the big mover of the week is this meme coin called Chillguy. I do not know, Ryan. I cannot tell you where this meme came from. I do not know if it came out before crypto. I do know that
it's this dog-looking guy with.
It's this dog. It's just a chill guy, bro. He's just a chill guy.
I like it.
The artist who made Chillguy is not in crypto. Crypto just adopted this Chillguy. It's like a little dog wearing jeans and a cartoon with his hands in his pockets. It's just Chillguy.
It looks like a kid's character, like kid's book character.
It looks like a kid's character. Yeah, we like our kid cartoons and animals.
Yeah, we're skewing middle school. As
nothing. Elementary, middle school. Yeah, that's right. It's up 32x in 3 days to a $500 million market cap. How or why the animal spirits caught on to this meme coin, I couldn't tell you.
No.
But I can tell you that Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, has tweeted out the Chillguy meme.
Oh.
To 188,000 likes on Twitter.
Well, the IMF is not going to like that, David.
Apparently I don't follow Nayib Bukele on Instagram, but apparently on his Instagram story, he has a screenshot of like the portfolio of El Salvador and the Bitcoin portfolio. He's
just
like
Bitcoin. He's not doing meme coins in the El Salvador
not
treasury.
meme, just Bitcoin. But he's like posting screenshots of how El Salvador is up, which like taking a screenshot of your portfolio being up is like such a strong meme. Like you're supposed to sell when you do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So the original artist, I thought this was interesting. I always like when this happens. The original artist of Chillguy, not in crypto, benefited not at all from this meme coin. Did not launch this meme coin. People just took his art and made a meme out of it. And so they made a Solana address for him and sent him $300,000 in meme coins and Solana.
Well, that's a happy ending for him.
So this guy, it's a happy ending. This guy got his life changed. Yeah. That does not end the euphoria in the world of things going on. This is not an investment. This is not an endorsement by anyone. Vitalik bought $50 of this AI meme coin on
$50?
$50? Yeah. I don't know why Vitalik needs $50 of an AI meme coin. I don't know if that like unlocks a door for you so he can play with the AI agent on Farcaster. But
it does, right? With this is a meme coin with some utility on Farcaster, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Did you not know that?
No, I just
You're
thought
just
it was
buying this for speculation? How dare you, David?
Yeah.
No. This does cool things on Farcaster.
What does it do?
It's in my list to go investigate it, but apparently if you have this coin, if you do something with this coin, something to do with like you. It
allows users to post anonymously if they hold 20,000 Anon tokens.
There you
so
go.
if you have the meme coin, I could tweet a lot from that.
You didn't even know that? You were just buying this on speculation?
Dude, my God, my
so
buddy,
disappointed.
shout out Michael Wong, tells me to just like buy these 3 Farcaster meme coins, and I'm like, say no more, and I just do it. Turns out it was 31 hours before Vitalik bought.
No, this has utility, so you can feel really wholesome about it. Okay, so like go use it. You know, I'm sure this is why Vitalik bought it. To answer your question, of $50 to actually use like the ZK.
I'm sure Vitalik is not speculating on meme
functionality.
coins with $50.
We got some other things on the week. Bitwise has now registered for a Solana ETF in Delaware. So there were some, I think Van Eck registered for this. I want to say several weeks ago. Now Bitwise joining the fray. So again, Gary Gensler has resigned. Trump presidency, anything could happen. All bets are on the table.
Get more ETFs out the door. Sol ETF. I want a Doge ETF. I would love a Doge ETF. I want more crypto ETFs. Yeah, I want as many as possible that are like ready. The ones that have aged.
Yeah, we just do ETFs for everything. Is that how this works? Not every asset needs an ETF.
Not every asset, but like we have more assets that are ready for ETFs.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll be getting some more, and this is also what Bitwise thinks. And then lastly, this is a really cool graph. If you're tracking the stablecoin game, Brian Armstrong tweeted this out. Interesting graph. Actually, Visa put this out, and it shows the different settlement networks in the banking world, in the fiat space, of which, of course, if you don't know, Fedwire is like kind of the bottom layer of how dollars ultimately settle in the TradFi financial system around the world. So you got Fedwire at the top, you've got ACH, you got Visa, remittances, PayPal, you got Bitcoin. Stablecoins is now up in terms of annual volume of stable coins is now up to Visa levels at this point in time. Yeah, when it comes to kind of like settlement layer. So stable coins doing a lot of settlement transaction volume these days. It's very impressive.
I like how this chart is in log. Stablecoin payment volumes is just 2 orders of magnitude away from Fedwire, which 2 orders of magnitude is a lot, but you know, think in exponential terms. This is an exponential industry. I'm here to have exponential growth in my bags. That's why I bought ETH.
Yes. How's that working?
And stable coins are just 2 orders of magnitude away from parity with Fedwire transfer volumes. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're in crypto.
That's a huge success.
Exponential experiences. That's why we're here.
That's right. That's why we're here.
Unless you're an ETH holder. Coming up next, though, Trump is assembling a team. You know this, but who's his cabinet, and how does this affect crypto? What are the key crypto positions? We got to talk about Treasury. We got to talk about the SEC chair. Who gets Gary's job after he's gone? And also, is Donald Trump buying a crypto exchange? This actually could be true. We'll talk about all that and more. But before we do, we want to thank the sponsors that made this possible, including KRAKEN. This is the place to go get equipped and ready for the crypto bull market, the second half. If you don't have an account, go create an account on KRAKEN.
If you want a crypto trading experience backed by world-class security and award-winning support teams, then head over to KRAKEN, one of the longest-standing and most secure crypto platforms in the world. KRAKEN is on a journey to build a more accessible, inclusive, and fair financial system, making it simple and secure for everyone, everywhere, to trade crypto. KRAKEN's intuitive trading tools are designed to grow with you, empowering you to make your first or your 100th trade in just a few clicks. And there's an award-winning client support team available 24/7 to help you along the way, along with a whole range of educational guides, articles, and videos. With products and features like KRAKEN Pro and KRAKEN NFT Marketplace and a seamless app to bring it all together, it's really the perfect place to get your complete crypto experience. So check out the simple, secure, and powerful way for everyone to trade crypto, whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned pro. Go to kraken.com/bankless to see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Tired of juggling multiple wallets and websites just to navigate Web3? Meet Magic Eden, the home of Web3. It is becoming a super DApp where you can do everything cross-chain all in one place. They're solving UX issues by building products across every chain ecosystem, swaps, borrowing and lending, NFTs, perps, and more, all seamlessly cross-chain. Instead of hopping between countless sites and handling multiple wallets, just use Magic Eden. Save time and get to the meme coining faster. Plus, the ME token is coming out this quarter from the ME Foundation. If you've used any of their protocols, like the NFT platform, you can claim some. So check out Magic Eden today and watch them become a super dApp and the home of Web3 in real time. You can get there at magiceden.io to get started. The Uniswap wallet is officially the preferred wallet of Bankless, and it's the one we use anytime when we want to transact on-chain. Whether you're on your browser or on the go, Uniswap wallet makes it easier than ever to swap anytime, anywhere. Use your wallet to transfer funds directly from a top centralized exchange and tap in thousands of tokens across Ethereum and over 10 other chains like Base, Arbitrum, and Optimism. Uniswap wallet delivers deep liquidity, fast execution, and reliable quotes with zero gas swaps through Uniswap X. And when it comes to security, you can rest easy knowing it's backed by Uniswap Labs, one of the most trusted teams in DeFi. Their code is open source and independently reviewed, so you know it's protected. So why wait? Download the Uniswap wallet today on Chrome, iOS, and Android. And don't forget to claim your free uni.eth username directly in the mobile wallet. Start swapping smarter with Uniswap. Breaking news just before we started recording this podcast, Gary Gensler has released a tweet thread announcing his resignation on January 20th. 2 months. 2 months to the day. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Gary.
Wow.
We really appreciated, Gary, all of your guidance and your support of our industry, as well as your influencer videos, which
Office
were so
hours
helpful.
with Gary.
I'm going to miss office hours with Gary. I'm sad I never got to be able to come in and register. But thank you for leaving.
Well, thank you for leaving. It's the best thing you've done for crypto.
It's the best thing you've done.
Wow. So got to mark this though, the end of an era. We got to say that.
It is an end of an era.
I will always remember the Gary Gensler years in crypto, and that will never change. So you did that, Gary.
You're very memorable.
Yeah,
you got that
memorable.
going for you.
You know, Trump said on day one he'd fire Gary Gensler. So this is Gary getting the last word and saying, "You can't fire me. I resign.
I quit."
You got to respect that, right?
Sure. And now that Gary Gensler is stepping down, I'd like to open up the Operation Choke Point 2.0 architects board that Nick Carter has put together. There are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 13 total people on the architects of Operation Choke Point 2.0. This is our most wanted list. This is our needs to get the F out of government list.
Please resign list, yeah.
There's a please resign list. We have some progress. Bharat Rumadi, he left in September of 2023.
Bye.
He is the senior counselor to the president. He's gone. Sherrod Brown, who is the senator out of Ohio, he lost his race. Marty Grunberg, chairman of the board, I believe he stepped down last week or announced his resignation last week. And adding to the list this week, Gary Gensler stepping down, which leaves just 5 more people. Nellie Liang.
5? Oh, yeah. Well, you're not getting Warren out. She's there.
Yes, correct. Yes, but nonetheless, they're still here. I would like it if Elizabeth Warren was gone. She's on the list to get the boot somehow. We still have to do that. Michael Barr, Michael Gibson, these are in the Federal Reserve. And then the New York State, Adrian Harris, the superintendent, and then Nellie Liang, undersecretary for the domestic finance. These individuals are the remains of Operation Choke Point 2.0. If Operation Choke Point 2.0 can continue, highly unlikely, but it would be great if these guys could get the boot anyways.
Yeah, it's over. This is going to be 4 more, and it's a bingo. I mean, we're done here. They're all going away. But the question is, who's going to replace them? I think that's the big question on everyone's mind. So in a Trump administration, remember, Trump has promised that he would be pro-crypto. Obviously, he's got some campaign promises, and there's 3 big positions to watch. So we got to go over each of them. The first is who's going to take Gary's place as the SEC chair. The next is Treasury, Janet Yellen. That's a very consequential, influential decision. Who's going to be the Treasury Secretary under Trump? And then also, David, this was announced earlier this week. There's a potential position, a new position. There's never been this function inside of the White House or inside of the executive branch, a crypto czar. Okay, I'm not sure that's formally called that. It's like the lead of crypto, and potentially this position could report to the White House. Okay, so there's some rumors talk that Trump might actually create a new position, a crypto czar type of position. So who gets those 3 positions? They're super important. I guess in the running, we've got a bunch of names as usual. So let's start with the SEC chair. Who's going to be the new SEC chair? Do you have any personal hopes for this position, David? Who'd you hope for?
Personally, I would hope for Hester Peirce.
Hester Peirce. Hester Peirce.
Of course.
She's been named. She said she's not probably going to do it.
I think Hester Peirce is fatigued.
Yes, I agree. She is. Maybe she's done. Maybe she's out. Although she might make a good crypto czar as well. New role, different agency.
True.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ueda is another SEC commissioner.
Very strong second best.
He said no.
Oh.
He said he's not going to do it. He's not in the running. So there's 2 other names, according to this Washington Post article, that have been named. One, his name is Dan Gallagher. He is the chief legal officer at Robinhood. He would be very pro-crypto. That's a good one.
Yep. Okay.
And also a gentleman by the name of Paul Atkins. This is an SEC alumnus, so he's been there before. Don't know much about him, but his objective, he said when he was SEC commissioner, is do no harm. So I got to think he would be crypto favorable-esque. He's not going to be
I'm
Gary
sure
Gensler.
Anyone is going to be more crypto favorable to the SEC.
Yes,
I am
it's a
now
low
just like
bar.
sensitive of just like people saying vague things about crypto. It's just like, I want to support the crypto industry with regulation, or what do you want? Like, what does that mean? And so
do you remember we were hopeful about Gary Gensler?
Gary Gensler,
when he came in office
everyone was hopeful about Gary Gensler.
Yeah, I mean, he literally taught classes on blockchain. And at the time, Jay Clayton, who he succeeded, didn't really know much about crypto. So unfortunately, Gary turned to the dark side, as we all know. How does this all work, though? These cabinet positions, these appointment positions, these positions in the administration branch, it's all political jockeying for power, David. I mean, pretty much. So we've seen a lot of people traveling down to Trump headquarters in Mar-a-Lago. They're jockeying for power, I'm sure. They're, trying to make the case.
Week of kissing ass.
Kissing the ring. I mean, probably, right? That's how it goes.
Here's
Political
why I'm
jockeying.
so awesome. Here is how I'll bend the knee harder than everyone else.
Yeah, and so they have to be pro-Trump, I'm sure, loyal. I'm sure that's what is being selected for. Also, you have to support the things the Trump administration supports, and so that's got to be pro-crypto, no matter how you slice it. It's interesting. This too. Some news came out that Trump is meeting privately with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
Asking, who do you think maybe? Who should be the crypto czar? Who should be the SEC chair? That is...
Wait, we don't know the nature of the meeting.
The speculation is...
I mean, what else could it be?
To begin...
It's something about crypto.
Personnel. To discuss personnel appointments is definitely the speculation. Wow.
That's cool.
The reason this matters is because last time, do you know who was selecting all of those positions? The Gary Gensler, all of those choke points. Somebody who was very influential, who's on your list. Elizabeth Warren.
It was Elizabeth Warren selecting all of the people.
She did a lot of it. Okay, so this is something I didn't understand 4 years ago.
Who's the number one financier of Elizabeth Warren? Who's the category of industry that donates the most money to Elizabeth Warren?
Who are you gonna say?
It's the banks. Yeah. It's the big banks.
I don't even understand what her objective was. The big banks, the big banks have turned crypto supportive as well. I mean, many of them, BlackRock, etc. I'll never understand.
I think they want to slow down the more that they stamp out true crypto, Wild West crypto, the more civilization, institution crypto exists.
I guess. I still don't have a theory of mine, but the point is, Elizabeth Warren, who established an anti-crypto army, no longer gets any influence in this cabinet. Okay, so that's the SEC. It's going to be good, no matter how you slice it. How about Treasury? Another very important role. One of the candidates that was proposed for Treasury, his name is Howard Lutnick. He's actually the guy from Cantor Fitzgerald, so he's the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald. And if you recall, they're the main bank of Tether.
He's a tether guy. This is the tether guy.
A tether guy, a crypto bull. Well, it's not going to be him. There was speculation that it was going to be him, but it's not going to be him. And the reason we know that is because he took another role in the administration as the head of commerce. So he's running that. So it's, we got somebody who is crypto friendly, not him. But there are some other names. Let me just show you the poly market around this, because we can bet on these things. We can see this in real time. Do you see these names? Scott Bessett has about a 60% chance. Mark Rowan, Bill Haggerty, Kevin Warsh.
Polymarket is so great because you get the like probability of the market. Scott Bessett, who's in number one, who as of like today just jumped from 40 to 60%.
Yeah,
coming in at 60% odds. Kevin Warsh 18%, Mark Rowan 17%, Bill Haggerty 16%. I just watched these numbers change in real time. Really cool. Really cool. Scott Bessett. Who's Scott Bessett?
Yeah, Scott Bessett is the original favorite. So he got in a knife fight with this Lutnick guy, apparently. This is insider's rumor mill is saying for the Treasury. And, Scott Bessett is a Trump loyalist. He's one of the early supporters. He would be very crypto friendly, basically. Also, this guy, Bill Haggerty, he's at 17%. I think if you ask anyone in crypto, he might be the name you rise of these options. They call him Bitcoin Bill. All right, if that gives you a name. So he is previously served as Trump's 45th ambassador to Japan. But at the end of the day, some of these are more crypto favorable than others, but they're pretty much all crypto favorable. Also, a name, David, we didn't mention it, but the CFTC, guess whose name is being thrown around there? Summer Mersinger. Remember Summer? We just talked to her on the podcast.
Really?
Fantastic, like a Hester Purse of the CFTC.
Yes.
Fantastic insight into the space, very knowledgeable, very kind of like the right touch when it comes to crypto regulation. So all of that is like leaving me feeling pretty bullish about who these selections might be.
Ryan, I'm just going to read this to you live because I get these tweet notifications on my phone. This isn't in our agenda, but Tier 10K just tweeted out, Trump's Crypto Advisory Council expected to set up promised Bitcoin reserve. What? What is going on?
What?
This day is insane. Can you pull up the Bitcoin price? What's the Bitcoin price doing right now?
This is like beginning of the pot.
We just went 98,000. It's another all-time high.
Wow.
Wow. Crazy. Okay. Just to repeat that again. Trump's Crypto Advisory Council expected to set up promised Bitcoin reserve. So we are, according to this rumor, we are going to get a Bitcoin reserve. Bitcoin just crosses 99,000.
That's
right
crazy.
Now at the time of recording.
That's crazy.
That's crazy that we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch Bitcoin cross 100K. On this episode.
By the end of this episode.
We are $1,000 away. That is nuts.
I would love the details on that, but at minimum. So we talked to Cynthia Lummis about this, who's been an advocate for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And at a minimum, this has got to include, the 200,000 Bitcoin or so that the US has seized over the years, just not selling that. That could be the base. But her plan, a bill that she put in front of the Congress, calls for an additional 800,000 Bitcoin to be purchased to a total of like 1 million Bitcoin.
She wants to purchase Bitcoin.
Yes, she wants to buy 800,000. So, I mean, there's levels of what a strategic Bitcoin reserve could look like, right? One, it just could be like we keep our existing Bitcoin, we set up custody for it, we call that the reserve. The other could be like U.S. government actively buying it, which would be absolutely insane.
That would be nuts.
Absolutely.
That'd be really cool.
Gosh, crazy times. All right, so I guess back to our regular schedule with this last position, I wanted to mention somebody who might help set up the strategic Bitcoin reserve. If indeed that happens, that's the position of crypto czar. So that was the rumor. Trump team, this is in Reuters, Ways creating first ever White House crypto role. Okay, and this would be somebody who is responsible for talking to the industry, a small staff, maybe reporting directly to Trump, maybe not. The question of who's going to get it.
Or Barron.
Barron Trump. Crypto Twitter put a whole bunch of names down. It could be anybody. It's probably going to be someone in the industry or quite favorable to the industry. Who do you think? It could be anybody, basically. It could be somebody from Crypto Lobby. It could be someone like Jake Chervinsky. It could be someone like Ryan Selkis.
God, Jake Chervinsky would be so good.
Oh, Jake.
That would be so good.
Right?
There's a tweet out of News of Alpha who tweeted out Chris Giancarlo eyed for Crypto Czar
Crypto
role,
Dad.
says Fox News, which is Crypto Dad.
OG Crypto Dad.
Would also be great. Would also be great. Anyway, man, we are, as an industry, just winning, man. We are just winning hard.
You know what? That's not all. One last thing is the coup de grace on all of this. There's speculation that Trump's social media group, he has Truth Social, a social media group, is in talks to buy backed the crypto exchange. You remember this was like a TradFi crypto exchange?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been handed around, right? It's kind of this bought and sold, bought and sold.
We got a poly market for this. The odds going into this episode were 50% chance that he would acquire a crypto exchange this year, and they've just jumped to 65% chance.
If Trump sets up a Bitcoin strategic reserve in the United States and we actually have to buy Bitcoin and Trump buys a crypto exchange, where do you think he's going to buy the Bitcoin on? Where do you think he's going to put that volume?
This is it. I mean, Trump is like, he thinks a lot about Trump, as we all know. Everyone knows this. People who voted for him knows this. Trump is like a Trump maximalist for sure. And now we have Trump, who has $5 million in ETH. I got to say that. I got to include that, okay? He's got an NFT collection. He's got his own DeFi protocol, potentially a crypto exchange. He's going to have a crypto czar. He's got all of these crypto election promises, including a strategic crypto reserve. He's got all of these crypto-friendly people already in his administration, like Elon Musk, like Vivek, like RFK. This man is positioning for a mega crypto pump. And you may not like Trump. You may not have voted for him. There's all sorts of other reasons. But like, I think this is relevant information for your investing decisions toward the end of 2024 and going into 2025.
This is unreal. So even after all of that winning of all the pro-crypto people that Trump is going to put into different cabinet positions, the SEC is being sued across 18 different United States for basically overreach, unlawfully expanding its jurisdiction without congressional approval, as evidenced by aggressive enforcement actions against crypto firms. And so 18 states are suing the SEC just for straight overreach. And so, I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm assuming the next administration's SEC is going to just be much more favorable to crypto. But it's also good to know that like we're fighting this war across all fronts, taking no prisoners, and the tides have turned. It has been like time flies, man. Like the onslaught of regulation that started in 2022 and 2023 feels like it was just a blip. It was 2 years.
It's just a blur. Yeah.
But now it's just like the level of just
reversed.
Like the reversal is so strong. Kind of insane, man.
Yeah.
Kind of insane.
On the back of that reversal, by the way, we've got some news coming out of Coinbase releasing USDC with 5% yield, but on chain, this is a new thing. And Binance also has a stable coin, not to be outdone. They've got 20% yield. Where does that come from? Also, straight out of like 2021, McDonald's partnering with the NFT project Doodles. You remember Doodles? And they're launching like a Christmas collection. Very beautiful coffee cups and like McMeal, Big Macs and all of this. We'll talk about all that more. But before we do, we want to thank the sponsors that made this episode possible.
New projects are coming online to the Mantle Layer 2 every single week. Why is this happening? Maybe it's because Mantle has been on the frontier of Layer 2 design architecture since it first started building Mantle DA, powered by technology from EigenDA. Maybe it's because users are coming onto the Mantle Layer 2 to capture some of the highest yields available in DeFi, and to automatically receive the points and tokens being accrued by the $3 billion Mantle treasury in the Mantle reward station. Maybe it's because the Mantle team is one of the most helpful teams to build with, giving you grants, liquidity support, and venture partners to help bootstrap your Mantle application. Maybe it's all of these reasons all put together. So if you're a dev and you want to build on one of the best foundations in crypto, or you're a user looking to claim some ownership on Mantle's DeFi apps, click the link in the show notes to getting started with Mantle. Launching a token? Worried about the IRS? Talk to Toku for 5 minutes to learn how to save hundreds of thousands of dollars for you, your team, and your investors. Now, if you do an initial consultation, Toku will cover the cost of your token valuation, which is what you need for your launch. So don't wait. Reach out to the team right now at team@toku.com. That's team@toku.com. Centralized finance held all the power, and now DeFi gives it back to you. Enter the unlimited era with DYDX Unlimited, featuring instant market listings where you can list and trade any market instantly with liquidity. Experience trading like never before with all the trading tools you know and love, all on chain. And then there's MegaVault, your gateway to automatic liquidity and yield. Just deposit some USDC and start earning yield immediately. It's so simple, and DYDX Unlimited comes packed with so much more. Leveraged prediction market perpetual futures, instant deposits, and there's even a revamped trading rewards program to get rewarded for every trade you make. So visit dydx.trade today to get started. All right, now that you guys are all hot and bothered for all of that bullish first half of this episode, I got a little bit of water I got to douse on you guys.
Okay.
There is a court case in the state of California California basically versus Lido DAO, which ruled that Lido DAO qualifies as a partnership under California's general partnership laws.
Yikes.
So something happened. This guy, Andrew Samuels, purchased LDO tokens in April and May of 2023. He purchased 132 LDO tokens at about, I'm guessing, an average of $2.25, because that's about what they were during that time frame. So he spent about $300, Ryan, buying LDO
Big
tokens. A month later, in June, he sold those tokens for a loss at $175. So the guy lost about $70. As a result of the losses that he incurred, he has decided to sue the Lido DAO on the allegations that the tokens were unregistered securities, and argued that the Lido DAO should have registered with the SEC. Yes. And so he said the Lido's alleged actions are not those of an autonomous software program. They are actions of an entity run by people. The judge pointed out that the DAO manages a treasury, employs 70 people, and makes governance decisions through token voting. And additionally, they also named some of the VC investors who participate in governance as operators of the partnership. Because the complaint alleges that Paradigm and Andreessen Horowitz participates in Lido DAO governance, it plausibly alleges that they, possibly alongside others, jointly carried out in DAO operations for profit. Miles Jennings, who is the head of decentralization at A16Z Crypto, kind of a funny title, says, today, a California judge dealt a huge blow to decentralized governance. Under the ruling, any DAO participation, even posting in a forum, could be sufficient to hold DAO members liable for the actions of other members under general partnership. He says it's time for DUNA. What's DUNA, you asked? Decentralized Unincorporated Nonprofit Association, which is a legal framework recognized in the state of Wyoming that grants legal entity status to DAOs, enabling them to enter contracts, pay taxes, while shielding individual members from personal liability through limited liability protections. Ryan, could you just talk about why liability, direct, strict liability towards individuals in a partnership is a huge deal, and why that's inappropriate for DAOs?
Yeah, because the point, just to emphasize, is this sounds like a frivolous law case and like a legal case, and it probably is. But the judge ruled in the plaintiff's favor in this case, right? So that would make, if you have
precedent.
It sets some precedent. So if you have a DAO token, right, and you comment, you participate in governance, are you liable as a partner for the DAO entity? Okay, so if you don't have limited liability in those cases, then any bad thing, any lawsuit that happens against the DAO, you could be liable for that in the state of California.
In theory, you could be liable even if you just hold the token, because a token is a share of a partnership.
Right, and then every additional thing you do to participate in governance, like a comment on a message board or something, like that could be held against you, essentially, and evidence that you're part of this partnership. So it would be a terrible precedent, because, of course, governance tokens are not quite this. They're different than equities, although there are some similarities. The problem is we just don't have clean legislation regulation around how we manage these things. Anyway, I think the TLDR at the end of this is this is one court case, so don't panic. It kind of starts the conversation. It's one legal case in California. It's not the end of the world. So don't panic, but do take a look at this DUNA wrapper from the state of Wyoming that Miles Jennings is referring to. So Wyoming already has some legislation, state of Wyoming, where you can actually get a wrapper on DAOs called a DUNA wrapper. I don't know all of the details, but this limits your liability. It makes it such that in the law of the U.S. government anyway, you're not de facto treated as a partnership in this. So some do's and don'ts coming out of that.
All right, stablecoin wars. Binance has launched a yield-bearing stablecoin coming in at 20%. Ryan, where's that yield coming from?
You know what, David? I don't think anyone knows at this point. So the good news, it's called BFUSD, right? Good to BFUSD. Big freaking deal, USD. 20% yield. We don't really know what where the yield is coming from. So be skeptical when you have yield this high if you don't know where it's coming from. And I think a lot of folks are, but it's right now it's capped to 20 million tokens. So there's some limitations as far as that goes. Maybe Binance will we'll clear this up in the future. But Binance maybe getting into the stablecoin game. That's the news. But I actually think this is bigger news, David. Coinbase Wallet introducing USDC rewards on Coinbase Wallet. So, in Coinbase, if you have USDC and it's parked there, you can like click a button and be eligible for basically the T-bill rates, right? Basically 4.7%. Okay. And they call this rewards, but it's almost similar to like a money market effectively that you get inside of Coinbase. So what Coinbase is doing as a next move is now making this available to anybody who's on Base. So you take your USDC that's non-yielding, you withdraw it to Base, and you click a button, I presume, in the Coinbase wallet, and you get the 4.7% yield. This is amazing. In your bank account right now, if you live in the US, you're probably making like pennies. You're probably like doing like 0.15% in US savings account. If you have a crypto wallet on Coinbase, right, you can make 4.7%. It's already a much more effective bank account, and they pay it to you on an annual basis. I'm definitely going to take a look at this for like some of the stablecoin dry powder that I have. It's a pretty cool product, and you could see what they're doing. It's just like in one fell swoop. This is basically the risk-free rate of dollars, and they're making that available for everyone in the Base ecosystem. So they're bringing users on chain inside of Base. It's just like a super obvious move, but it's a killer move to pull off, and I think it will drive their 130 million retail users on chain. Very bullish, and we know where the yield comes from. It comes from like Uncle Sam.
We very much know where the yields come from. It's crazy how the scams of last cycle are just like the reality of very solid products this cycle. Remember when Terra Luna, the Anchor protocol, was giving out 20% yield, and there was a bunch of retail-facing apps of like, hey, deposit your dollars and you get 20%, and that's how like a lot of retail got burned,
got shredded.
And now like same structure, like download the app, put in the dollars, get the 4.7%, but it's money printed by the government.
I don't think that this 4.7% move could have happened under a Biden administration. Look at the timing of this. They could have done this months ago. Why did they do it now? Why did they do it? It's because we're getting a crypto czar. It's because Brian Amstrong just met with Trump. And so now we all get 4.7% outside of our bank account. Thank you very much. Feels great. David, does this feel great to you? Do you see the Doodles on McCafe? Like McDonald's mugs here. What do you think? If this happened in 2021, okay, at the height of NFT mania,
Doodles would be pumping so hard right now.
What
are Doodles? What are
do you know that NFT Floor website? It's been a while. Hey, NFT Floor, it still exists. Here it is.
Okay, so over the last 30 days, Doodles is up 90%. Okay, so pretty good. The market is reacting to that. That is a lot.
Yeah, but that would have been 900% in 2021.
That would have been 900%. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Because this is actually a legitimate marketing campaign here. This is legitimate. Yeah. This is tweeted out by McDonald's. Look at this. It's cute little Doodles graphics. Like, I really like the art. I mean, it's a good kind of like...
You like the art? Why don't you buy one? Why don't you buy one?
Why don't I? Because it's a JPEG. Why do you think I don't buy meme coins? Because I'm a moron. That's why. All right. There we go. Another news item as well. Do you know Wrapped Bitcoin? Apparently Coinbase has delisted them, and it's all because...
Same kind of vibe, bro. Just like they're introducing, Coinbase is introducing CBBTC.
Ooh.
Which is going to be a fantastic product.
Oh, you're alleging something else here.
It's on the Ethereum layer 1. It's on Base. And coincidentally, Coinbase decides to delist Wrapped Bitcoin.
Well, we all become monopolists over time. You want a more charitable explanation why they did this? It was because Justin's son purchased BitGo, the custodian of Wrapped BTC, and like who knows?
Did that actually go through?
Yeah, I think a portion of it, something like that. That's a more charitable explanation. You're alleging some like a monopoly type behavior, aren't you?
Hey,
where the incentive fits.
Coinbase is great. Brian Armstrong is fighting for our interests. They have helped us so much with Fair Shake.
Don't become the baddies.
They are also 100% going for regulatory capture. For sure.
Spicy.
For sure.
Do you think that's just the incentives? That's just
yes, that's the natural.
So
it's
keep
the
an eye on
shareholder model incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep an eye on Coinbase. Coinbase is a bank.
Yeah.
Coinbase is a bank.
On the back of all of this success, I think that's like the air we could go in the other direction, where it just like crypto becomes not about DeFi, not about peer-to-peer finance. It becomes something else.
Okay. Yeah. Coinbase is aligned with our interests. and them and Circle are going for regulatory capture, and we need to keep an eye on them.
Well, they're going to fight against Tether here. Do you see this? This is Hadron by Tether, a revolutionary platform that lets you tokenize anything. So this is basically Tether coming out with a tokenization platform. I don't know anything about this, but it seems like it could be big because Tether is taking its what is USDT? What is Tether? It's a tokenized real world asset. It's just like basically tokenized wrapped stablecoin T-bills underneath. And they're taking that capability and they want to do AML. They want to do, I should say, like tokenize all of the other real world assets. So try to get to treasuries, maybe real estate. Like, why not? They take their AML, KYC, they take all of that, and then like they scale it. So that's what Hadron is. And
I just don't know if this is a big deal or not, but I'm thinking potentially it's a big deal. Like Tether, obviously very successful. If anyone's going to do it, like why not them?
I mean, $100 billion real world assets, the biggest one out there. So I guess they're going to expand beyond that. All right. That's it. David, we should mention though, Bankless is actually looking for some talent in the podcast editing department. So shout out this role because we are hiring. We need some help.
If you are a YouTuber and you've edited your own videos, or if you've edited podcasts prior, or you just know how to use editing software, video and audio, we want to talk to you. Our team is very fun. It's very fun working for Bankless. So join us. We want one more podcast editor because we're going to start. I'm going to start a new podcast.
Wait, what? We got to talk.
I'm starting a new podcast.
We got to talk. All right. And then we also have the Bankless Summit. All the sessions are now basically online. So a bunch of those are coming on the public feed, but a whole bunch are only available for Bankless Premium Citizen subscribers. So if you are not,
you can find them on Twitter too if you look. But if you want the convenience, it's in your podcast.
Why wouldn't you? It's a bull market, man. Treat yourself. A little bit of luxury. There'll be a link in the show notes. You can upgrade to Bankless citizenship, and you get access to a special podcast feed called the Premium Podcast, where we release a whole bunch of extra content for you, including some of these sessions.
Ryan, I regret to inform you that Bitcoin did not break $100,000 on this episode, but it got really close. It got to 99,000.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. We'll leave you guys with the meme of the week, which is the meme of the man who's riding a bicycle and he sticks the stick through his own bicycle spokes. Michael Saylor's riding the bicycle. The stick that he is pushing through the spokes is he's buying the Bitcoin top. But the meme, the punchline here is the stick just breaks and Michael Saylor just keeps on biking. Keeps on riding.
That's what it's looking like.
Nothing knocks Michael Saylor off the bike.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like that. Gotta let you know, of course, crypto is risky. You could lose what you put in. You could topple over on your bicycle, but we are headed west. This is the frontier.
Unless you're Michael Saylor.
It's not for everyone, but we're glad you're with us on the Bankless journey. Thanks a lot.